Hi guys, welcome. Hope the weather allows you guys to be outside. Today's class, we're in our gardens if we can be. Otherwise, we're just going to appreciate nature after class if we can. Our class is very gentle. It's a restorative class and it's aimed at just relaxing the shoulders and the necks, and then a little bit of standard yoga poses just to get us moving a little bit. So we'll start with some stretches. Before we move into that though, just a few warnings or cautions. If you're new to yoga, please work carefully. And for all of us, we work with what our bodies allow us to do. So we try to not overstretch. Nothing should ever hurt. So rather back off a little bit if you need to. If you feel a little bit of discomfort, rather come out of the pose or just back off a little bit. Okay, and we all work with what our bodies allow us to do. Right, so let's start to just roll into the shoulders, pull them back and down. We're going to gently tip right ear to right shoulder, pull your shoulders back and down. Step right hand on top of your head. And then just gently start to tip your chin towards your armpit. Keep both the shoulders relaxed. Just keep on breathing slowly, feeling the stretch into the side of your neck. All those necks that are so sore from all the laptop work, looking at our cell phones, following all the social media. And just gently roll your chin slightly towards the corner of your mat. And then if you want, you can extend the left arm out, fingertips towards the mat. And then you can find the stretch that works best for you. Slowly release. Nice. Roll those shoulders. Tip left ear to left ear. Shoulder. And then step left hand on top of your head. Gently rolling the chin down towards your armpits. Stretching the right side of your body. And then if you want, just tipping the chin towards the corner of your mat. And then extending left hand towards the mat, fingertips down. A little bit more. And then you can turn your head and find the stretch that feels good for you. And slowly release. Nice. It's going to roll those shoulders. 3 rolls forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you move back and pull the shoulders down. 2 more. Lifting up, rolling back, squeezing down. And 1 more. Lift the arms. Pull the shoulder blades in, pull them down. Nice. Now as we inhale, we're going to look towards the right side. Stay for a breath. And as you exhale, tip your chin towards your armpit. Stay for a breath. Slowly now scrape your chin across your chest to the left. Stay for a breath. And inhale, lift the chin. And we'll reverse it. Tip it down as you exhale. And scrape all the way across to the right. Inhale to lift. And center. Nice. Roll the shoulders back and down. Good. One last stretch. Right hand next to your hip. Left arm reaches up and over. Stretch towards your right side. Keep the left hip down. Keep both the shoulders relaxed. And you can just turn your head wherever is comfortable. For me, nice to just tip the arm or the head down. Keep stretching to your right side. Let's inhale and lift up. Bring left hand next to your hip, right arm up and over. Pull the shoulder down and keep your right hip on the mat. Keep stretching to the left, and you can again turn your head down. Just stretch. And inhale to lift. Nice. Good, let's bring the knees together. We're going to roll onto your backs today for breathing. So making sure you're in the middle of your mat. So you're going to roll down and just settle yourselves down. Shuffle your shoulders around, shuffle your body around. You can keep your knees bent and just walk your feet wider than your hips and rest hands onto the belly. Make sure you tuck your chin. If you want, you can extend your legs along the mat, 1 foot at each corner of your mat. Otherwise, keep the knees bent, knees flopping in. Allow your eyes to close. Just turn your attention inwards. So trying to relax into your face and your shoulders. Trying not to keep any tension there. Just start to follow the breath in and out of your nose. Just checking in how you're feeling. And now let's just pay attention to the breath flowing into nostrils and into the chest. Feel your chest expand. And as you exhale, feel the chest contract. Breathing out of your nostrils. Now let's see if we can deepen the breath a little bit and let your belly puff out with your next inhale. Drawing the air all the way down to the base of your lung. And exhale, allow the belly to fall. Today we're going to make inhale and exhale the same length. So inhaling to a slow count of 4. And then exhale to a slow count of 4. And to continue, just don't force, just let the breath flow. Complete 5 more on your own. Slow inhale to 4. Slow exhale to 4. And then just return to belly breath. Feeling your body expand with each inhale. And soften with the exhale. Slowly now bring the palms together and start to rub palms of hands together, generating some heat. When your hands are nice and warm, place them over your eyes. Just slowly start to blink into your eyes, adjust your eyesight to light. And then when you're ready, releasing your hands. And then you may hug your knees in and rock from side to side. Good. Now you can choose either to roll over onto your side and come up onto all fours, or rock yourself up to seated. And then we're going to swing the knees around, legs around, and then come up onto all fours. So stacking knees underneath hips and hands underneath the shoulders, roll shoulders back and down. Let's lengthen into the spine, keep your belly nice and long. Slowly start to walk your hands forward into an extended puppet. Lowering onto your forehead, keep your hips stacked above your knees. Just relax into your arms. Just allow the shoulders to stretch, the back to stretch. And then if you want a little bit more, you can lift your chin and bring your chin and your chest down towards the mat. Now let's push into the hands. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Roll your shoulders back and down. Good. From here, let's do some happy cats and angry cats. So inhale, lower your belly to the mat. Lift your chin and your tailbone to the ceiling. Happy cat. Exhale, tuck chin and tailbone under. Push your spine up to the sky. Rounding into your back. Angry cat. Let's do 4 more. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. Gently articulating your spine, not to jerk or jar your head. Inhale, happy cat. And exhale, angry cat. Round the spine up to the sky. 2 more. Inhale, happy cat. Exhale, angry cat. And the last one. Inhale. And as you exhale, round into your spine, tuck the chin and the tailbone. And then we come to all fours. Slowly step your left hand slightly forward of your shoulders, your right arm out to the side. As you exhale, come down onto your right ear, right shoulder. Using the left hand to gently lift that left shoulder and broaden as you roll slightly further over to the right. Shoulder blades nice and broad. Lift right hip slightly up. Your hand can stay here, or you can walk the hand overhead. Give yourself a nice stretch. Slowly bring the hand back in front of your face. Lift yourself to all fours. Stay where you are. I'm just turning around so I can keep looking at you. You can hear me. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Right hand steps ahead of the shoulder. Left arm out. Exhale. Left, lower down onto left ear, left shoulder. Right hand stays in front of the face for a bit as you roll slightly further over to the left, broadening between shoulder blades. Lift left shoulder up. And then you could walk right hand overhead. Just give yourself a nice stretch between the shoulder blades. Slowly bring the hand back in front of your face. Nice. Good. We're back on all fours. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, feet hiding behind the knees. Step your hands 1 hand space ahead of your shoulders. Spread fingers, tuck toes. Inhale, lift your hips up, push your chest back. Let your head hang, baby down dog. Your feet are parallel to each other, so just check. Making sure they are nice and comfy, toes pointing forward. The knees are in line with the hips. You're pushing back from your wrists. Your head is loose. Upper arms are strong. And then you're going to start to pedal your feet out. So pushing one heel to the mat at a time. Stretch the calf, the ankle. Keep the fingers nice and spread, head hang. Then let's lift up onto tippy toe. And exhale, ease your heels down. Keep the hips lifted. If you need to have knees slightly soft, we do that. Keep lengthening from the ribs or the wrists all the way up to the shoulders. Now let's walk the feet forward towards your hands. Keep the feet parallel and hip distance apart. So 2 fists between the big toes. Your fingertips on the floor to start. The head is loose and hangs. Pull the shoulders back. Knees are soft. They don't have to be straight. Let's straighten slightly into the right leg if you can. If you need to slide your hands up your legs, do that. And let's soften the knee. Let's straighten the left leg. And soften. And again, if you can straighten both your legs with fingers on the floor, go for it. Otherwise, hands to your shins, chest forward, chin tucked, shoulders back. And shift your weight slightly forward into your feet. Let's bend the knees. Step your hands to your hips, tuck your chin. As you inhale, lift your chest. Shoulders back and down. Nice. Good. So as we stand like this, just interlace your fingers, roll the shoulders back and down, lengthen your spine. And then if you want, lift your chest up to the sky. Lift your chin, open up. If your head allows, you can let the head fall back. Slowly come to center, roll shoulders back and down. Let's step to face forward. Let's make sure we're standing nice and tall. Spread your fingers, interlace your fingers, spread your toes, interlace the fingers. Just push your hands forward, tuck your chin, round your upper back. And then we're going to inhale and lift the arms up, pull the shoulders down, pull your ribs in, lengthen. And slowly release, roll your shoulders. You're going to twist, left hand into low back, right hand to left hip, lengthen. Exhale and twist to your right. Make sure the hips stay forward, the shoulders are down, your head is relaxed. Slowly come to center, roll shoulders back and down. This time left hand behind, right hand to left hip, lengthen. Exhale and twist. So the hips stay facing forward, your shoulders are relaxed, your head is relaxed. And slowly release, shoulders back and down. Good. From here we're going to face forward, the short edges of your mats. So making sure your feet are parallel, your toes are lifted and then replaced, big toe pinky squeezing into the mat. Tighten the thighs, roll shoulders back and down. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, lift your chest up to the sky. And come to center, release your arms. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, reach up. Bend your knees, lengthen. Exhale, lift your chest. Inhale, exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, lift up, bend your knees, tuck your tailbone and lift your chest. And come back to center, release your arms. Nice. Good. From here, we're going to lift up again. Bring your hands together to your heart. Bend your knees, we hinge forward, back is flat. Fingertips to the mat, step right foot back to a lunge. Wiggle the foot further forward, left ankle underneath the knee. So you can lower the right knee down and lower the foot if you wish. If you want to work strong, tuck the toes, lift the knee up. Right hand underneath your shoulder, left hand into your low back, lengthen. And exhale, twist, lift your shoulder up. Make sure your knee doesn't flare out as you move, so keep it pointing straight ahead. If shoulder allows, arm can reach up to the sky. Slowly exhale and release. Lower the right foot and the knee down. Flatten that top foot. Shoulders back and down. Let's make sure we glue the left foot into the mat. Shoulders are back. Relax into your pelvis. Stretch your right thigh. Breathe. And then we're going to slowly step the hands to your knee. Roll shoulders back and down as you sink down into your pelvis. And then bring your hands behind you. Interlace, roll shoulder blades in, and lift your chest up. Open. Slowly release. Nice. Tuck the back toes under, lift your knee up, and then if you can, step back to downward dog. Feet parallel, spread your fingers, stretch your body. Knees can be slightly bent. Shoulders pulled back away from your ears. And then we walk or step forward to forward fold. We're going to tuck in just for a breath. Pull the shoulders back. Come to a flat back. Pull your shoulders back. Hands to your heart. And lift yourself up. Chin comes up last. Let's release the hands. And then we'll do the other side. So feet are parallel. Inhale, let's reach up. Bring your hands together. Bend your knees a little bit. And then hinge forward with your back flat. Chin is tucked. Fingertips to the floor. Step left foot back. Wiggle right foot slightly further forward. You can lower the left knee and the foot down. Otherwise, keep the knee lifted. Left hand underneath your shoulder. Right hand to low back. Lengthen. Exhale and twist. Lift the right shoulder. Make sure the right knee doesn't follow. Points to the middle of your foot. And then as you inhale, if shoulder allows, arm to the sky. Slowly exhale, hand down, flatten your foot to the mat, knee to the mat. If you want, wiggle that foot a little bit further forward to keep ankle underneath the knee. Shoulders back and down. Relax into your pelvis so we stretch the left thigh and the hip flexor. Shins are tucked. Stepping hand to knee, shoulders back. Pushing down with both your feet into your mat. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace and lift your chest up. And we lower the hands back down. Tuck the back toes. Lift the knee up. Stay back. Down dog. Stretch your body. Adjust your feet. Lengthen. Your knees can be soft. Your head hangs. Pull your shoulders back. Step or walk your feet forward to forward fold, and we tuck in. Coming to a flat back, shoulders back and down, belly tight, hands to heart, we hinge up. Good, shoulders back and down. I'm going to stay as I am, so just slowly inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit back as if you're sitting on a chair. Push your buttocks back, lift your chest, your weight is into your heels. Tuck your tailbone slightly. Your arms can rest on your hips if you need to, or in line with your shoulders, or reaching all the way up to the sky. Let's inhale and straighten up. We do two more like that. Exhale, sit back to chair pose. Tuck your tailbone, push your buttocks back. And inhale to straighten. Last time. Exhale, sit back. Tuck the tailbone, push your weight back, lift your chest. Inhale, lengthen up. Release your arms. Nice. Roll shoulders back and down. Good. So let's do triangle. So we stand with our feet about the length of your legs apart. Making sure you're facing forward. Your arms extend out to the side. Reaching into fingertips. Pull the shoulders down. We'll start to your right. So your right foot turns to 90 degrees. Heel cuts middle of left foot. Make sure the hips and the shoulders stay forward. Both your legs are straight. We glide to your right, lower right hand to your shin, and left arm to the sky if the shoulder allows. Otherwise, tuck it in. Right, so from here, let's bring the hips a little forward and the shoulders a little back. Keep the spines lengthened, keep your bellies tight. If you can, lower hand rests lightly on your thigh, working with your abs. You can look down and line up the shoulder, the knee, the nose, and the second toe, all in a straight line as if there's a wall behind your back. Just keep reaching up to the sky with your left hand. And let's inhale to pull up. Nice. Hands to hips. Let's do it in the feet. Right toes turn forward, left toes turn out to the side, 90 degrees. Heel cuts middle of left foot. Hips and shoulders forward, extend into your arms. Use your tricep muscles. Pull the shoulders down. Legs are straight, we glide to the left. Left hand to shin, right arm to sky. Hips come a little forward, shoulders come a little back. And we look down, lining up shoulder, knee, ankle, second toe, and nose. Bottom hand rest lightly if you can. Using your abs and then reaching up with your right hand. Breathe. Slowly let's lift up. Hands to your hips. Turn your feet forward. Then we'll do a warrior two. So the feet go a little bit wider. Extend your arms and just lower your fingertips to the mat and check. Fingers pointing straight towards the edges of your feet. Extend again into your fingers. Roll the shoulders back. And then turn your right foot back to 90 degrees. So same as for triangle. Your legs are just wider. Hips and shoulders forward. Exhale, bend the right knee. And now look, if the knee points over the ankle, widen to the left. Hips and shoulders come forward, shoulders down. Make sure we use the inner thigh to keep your knee pointing towards the middle of your right foot. And you can look over the right hand. Just extend into your fingers. Try to keep the hands and the shoulders all in a straight line. Just looking back and see where your back arm is. You're going to stay for another breath. And now we're going to glide to your right. Lower the right hand to your thigh. Left arm can either tuck behind or you bring it over your ear. Palm towards the floor. Lifting your left shoulder up towards the sky. Rolling to the outer edge of your left foot. Keeping the right thigh strong. Keep lengthening so you're not lying onto your thigh. Use the strength of your body. And slowly we're going to lift back up to a warrior two just for a breath. Straighten your leg, hands to hips. Let's turn around. Toes forward. Left toes out to 90 degrees. Make sure the heel cuts middle of the right foot. Hips and shoulders turn forward. Arms out. Shoulders down. Exhale. Bend the left knee. And again check. Ankle underneath the knee. The knee points to the middle of the foot. So use that inner thigh. Make sure the arms are staying down in line with the shoulders. Looking over your left hand. Try not to glide. So stick your shoulders over your hips. Not surfing to the left. We're staying nice and in the middle of our bodies. Good. One more breath. And then we slowly glide to the left. Left hand to your thigh. Right arm either behind or over your ear. Rotating your chest up to the sky. Sinking low. Keep a long line from the fingertips to the edge of your left foot. Lifting up on the right side. Sorry, this is right in the air. So from right fingertips to right edge of foot, long line, and lift your left side of your body up, not lying on your thigh. And we inhale back to center. Good. Hands to hips. Turn your toes forward. Walk your feet slightly wider. And then as you exhale, you can keep your knees bent. Just hinge forward with your back flat, just for a mo. Keep your chin tucked. And then if you can get your fingers to the floor, that's great. So if you need to have your knees bent, all fine. If you can, straighten your thighs, tighten into your knees, lift your hips. And if your hamstrings allow, you can walk your hands backwards, behind your calves or your ankles, lining them up. Shift your weight forward into your toes. Keep the hips lifted and the legs straight. So here you do what your body lets you do today. So just stay for another few breaths. And now we're slowly going to wiggle the feet in. If your hands are extended, just bring them back underneath your shoulders. Bring your feet in, bend the knees, and then we're going to sit down onto buttocks. Good. Alright, so from here, extend your legs in front of you. We're going to wiggle around a little bit, so moving trapped skin from underneath buttocks and thighs, making sure the feet are parallel. Push into your heels, roll your shoulders back and down. Step your hands next to your hips, and then we roll the shoulders back and lengthen into the crown of the head. Flex into your heels, Tandasana. Good. Just keep pushing your knees down. If hamstrings are really tight, you can keep your knees a little soft. this is very uncomfortable. So just sitting nice and tall. Good, now let's twist. So we're going to bend the right knee up, hug it into your chest, almost a fist between your foot and your knee. Keep the left knee foot flexed, shoulders back. We're going to twist to your left. So take your left hand behind you. Your right hand comes to your left thigh. Lengthen, exhale, twist. Good. So keep hugging the right knee into your shoulder. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed and keep twisting towards your left. Pushing the left knee down and flex the foot. Slowly release as you exhale. Straighten both your legs. Give them a kick. You're going to start again sitting tall on the sitting bones, hands next to the hips. Flex your feet. Bend up the left knee. Hug it in. About a fist between the foot and the thigh. Flex your right foot, push your heel away, hug your left knee in. Right hand goes behind you, your left hand onto right thigh, lengthen, and as you exhale, twist. Good, so keep hugging your left knee into your shoulder, keep twisting to the right. Flex the right foot, push the knee down. Good. Make sure there's no tension in your neck, so you can just shake or nod. And slowly let's unravel, extend your legs, give them a good kick. And then we bring soles of feet together for a bound angle pose. So again, you can move your heels further away or bring them closer in. Just holding onto your shins rather than around the toes. So we want to broaden the chest. Pull the breastbone forward, shoulders back, tuck your chin. Just allow the knees to relax out to the side as best you can. And roll onto your sitting bones. So try not to collapse and round like this. You're sitting nice and tall. Shoulders back, belly button pulled in. Using your abs to stay here. See if we can do 5 breaths here. Breathe. Slowly bring your knees together. Good. So we're going to do a seated eye of the needle. So for some of us it's not the most comfortable, so then you're welcome to roll onto your back if this is not nice. So we start sitting tall. We're going to step the hands behind and step your right foot onto your left knee. And then we're going to flex the right foot and push the right knee away from you. So you can use your hands behind you to bring your chest closer. Sitting tall. So the most important thing is to sit tall, not to collapse, and lengthen. You will feel quite a stretch into your right hip here. We'll stay for 2 breaths like this. And then if you can bring your left foot now closer in and hold through the gap onto your shin and pull your chest further in towards your knee. Keep pushing your right knee away from you. Just deepening the stretch. Again, you go to where is comfortable for you. This can be quite excruciating for some of us. So you can walk your left foot closer in, pull your chest further in, sitting nice and tall. Your choice where you want to go. Keep the breath flowing gently. Let's release. Good. Start with the feet further away, hands behind you. Left foot steps on top of right knee. Flex left foot and turn the knee away from you. So we start to stretch into the left hip already, lifting your chest. Okay, now if body allows, you can walk your hands closer in as you lift your chest higher. Stay for 2 breaths. Keep the chins tucked and shoulders rolled back and relax. Then you can start to bring your right foot closer to your body and thread your hands through, holding right shin. Lift your chest, flex your foot, push your left knee away from you. And again, you allow yourself only as much as is comfortable. Do not force. Just keep the breath relaxed. As soon as you manage to find the breath flowing close or short or just uneven, means you need to back off. And slowly release. Nice. Good. You can turn forward again. Your feet are parallel. You're going to sit tall. We're going to twist. So half Lord of Fishes. So turning left foot underneath the right, rest it next to your hip. Make sure both hips stay on the floor. Your right foot either at the calf, the knee, or all the way over. If you take your foot over, make sure that you keep this foot down and both hips are down, so you're not rolling to one side. Shoulders are back and down. We're going to take the right hand behind you. The left hand wraps around the knee as we lengthen and inhale and exhale to twist. Making sure you're nice and relaxed, your necks are loose, shoulders are down. And then those who want more, left arm to the ceiling, hook on the outside of your knee, making a stop sign. If it's too much for the shoulders or the lower back, keep holding your thigh. Your head can just follow. Try to line it up with the middle of your chest, so not to strain the neck. 3 more breaths. Slowly release. Unravel your legs. Start with the feet hip distance apart. Right foot threads through underneath the left. Both hips down onto the mat first. Then the left foot either at the calf, the knee, or all the way over. Sitting tall, both hips down, shoulders back and down. Then we're going to take your left hand behind your back onto the mat. Right hand around your knee. Lengthen to inhale and exhale, twist. Make sure both hips stay on the mat. You're not rolling over to the right side, so glue left hip down. Back arm is close to your spine, keeping your spine long. If your shoulders allow, right arm can reach to the sky, hook to the outside of your knee and make your stop sign as you twist deeper. Otherwise, if shoulders or lower back doesn't like this, stay holding your thigh. Your shoulders are relaxed, your hips are relaxed. 5 more breaths. Slowly, let's release. Good. Unravel. Just give your legs a good kick. Okay, so you have a choice with the legs for the next one, either sitting in a free seat, or if you can, we're going to deepen this previous pose to cow's head. So the left foot threads underneath the right, next to your hip. Your right foot now steps all the way over. So now don't force this. It's quite a thing into the knees and the hips. So if you can get there, you can wiggle and get the feet to either side of your hips. So do what's comfortable, otherwise go back to cross legs. Shoulders back and down. Make sure your ribs are pulled in. Your right arm is going to extend to the sky. Lower it between your shoulder blades. Bring your left hand. Pull the elbow slightly closer to the center of your chest. Make sure there's no strain in your neck. And keep pulling your ribs in so you're not arching. Take the left arm all the way around. Fingertips to point up between the shoulder blades. It doesn't matter where the hands are. If you can hook your fingers, do. Otherwise, the hands just reach towards each other. More important to keep lifting your left elbow up to the sky. Stretch your tricep and pull your right elbow down, stretching the front of the right shoulder. Left shoulder. And this is the right side. Just keep stretching. Pulling your belly in. Left elbow down towards the mat, right elbow to the sky. Slowly release. Lean a little back, unravel your legs if you're in cow's head. If you're in the free seat, we're going to swap legs. So turn, so your left foot comes forward. Right foot threads through underneath. Left foot steps all the way up and over if you can. Wiggle around, lining up the knees, and let your feet rest next to your hips. Again, both the hips down, shoulders back. Left arm reaches up. Drop your fingers between your shoulder blades, and then right hand comes over and slowly moves the elbow closer into center of your body. Pull the ribs in, lengthen, and then take your right hand around, fingertips to point up between the shoulder blades. If your fingers can hook, that's great. Otherwise, just let them reach towards each other. The right elbow reaches down to the mat, the left elbow up to the sky. Sitting tall. Slowly release. Roll shoulders back and down. Good. Let's unravel the legs. We're going to roll onto the bellies. So for a Sphinx, so let's make sure we're comfy onto belly. Stacking elbows underneath the shoulders. You can swivel your hands and hold your upper arms. Pull the shoulders back. Press your palms into the mat. Roll the shoulders back. Tuck your pubic bone into the mat. Point your toes. Tighten your thighs. Open your chest. Keep your chins tucked and breathe. Slowly flare the elbows out and rest onto your forehead. Turn your toes in. You can turn your head to your favorite side if you want. Just stay for a few breaths. Crocodile pose. Straighten the feet. Let's lift up. Thread your hands through underneath and walk one hand away, thread the other hand away, and just rest your chest onto your arms. So we're stretching the inner arm. So at this point my right arm is underneath first, and then the left arm crosses over. You're getting quite a stretch into your shoulder. And slowly let's release. Good. Back to your Sphinx. Now move your opposite hand in first. Walk it away. Swivel and walk the other hand away. And again we rest the body weight onto our arms. Getting a stretch into the shoulders. Feeling a broadening between your shoulder blades. Depending on how flexible your arms are, you can start or keep walking the hands away from you. Almost like a shoelace. Good. And let's slowly bring the arms out. Nice. Good. From here, let's push into your hands. Push your buttocks back into a child's pose. So just buttocks to heels. You can extend your arms in front of you if you want, lowering your head to the mat. You can rest your hands next to your ankles and lower your head down. And if you're a little tight, you can make fists and just rest your forehead onto your fists. Just let your back relax. Let your shoulders melt and relax into your hips. Good. Let's slowly roll up, and then we're going to roll onto the backs again. Good. So just make sure you're nice and comfy here, rolling down onto the mats, more or less in the middle of your mat, so you can extend your legs all the way along the length of your mat. Shoulders are down into the mat, arms out to a letter T, palms down into the grass, the floor, wherever you are. Now let's hug the right knee into your chest and hold with your left hand. You're going to very slowly roll over onto the left side, all the way onto the hip. Resting your right foot either onto your thigh, onto the floor, the mat in front of you, or tuck it behind, wherever is comfy today. Let's make sure we relax the right shoulder down into the mat, and then you can turn your head over to the right side. Just allow your body to relax completely. Feeling the stretch into the side of your body, into your hip, and even into the lower back. You're going to slowly turn the heads to center and gently rolling over onto your backs. Just shuffle around again, both arms to a letter T. Extend both your legs. And then we're going to gently hug the left knee into your chest. Hold with your right hand and roll over onto your right hip. Slowly either tuck your toes behind, rest your foot on your thigh, or bring it in front of you. And then relax your left shoulder. Turn your head to the left side. Allow the shoulders to relax and feel the stretch into your left hip and thigh, lower back. Two more slow breaths. Stay and relax. And then gently rolling over onto your back, hugging into your knees, rock from side to side. Slowly lower your feet to the mat, arms out, step your feet a little wider than your hips. We'll do windshield wipers. So slowly lower knees to the right side. Inhale, lower them over to the left side. Continue for 5 to each side. Just work with your breath. Release your knees. Inhale, lift your knees up, and exhale to the opposite side. 2 more. Just keep working with your breath. Come to center, and then keep your feet nice and wide. Lower your knees again to one side. Going to your left if you wish first. Relax your legs. Stay for 2 breaths. And then step left foot on top of right thigh as you intensify the stretch. Just pulling the knee down towards the mat. Stretch the thigh and the hip flexor. You can roll your head to the right side. Just make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Gently release your foot. Inhale, knees to the ceiling. Exhale, knees over to the opposite side. Right side for me. Relax. Stay for 2 breaths. Slowly step right foot on top of left thigh to intensify. Pulling the left knee down. Stretching into the right hip and thigh. Into the left hip and thigh. Slowly release your foot. Inhale, roll knees to the ceiling. Hug your knees in and rock from side to side. And we'll do a short shavasana if the weather allows me to stay here. Slowly lower your feet to the mat. Wiggle around. Keep your hands next to your hips. Tuck your chin. You can roll your palms up. Walk your feet wider than your hips and let the knees flop in. If you want, you can rest your hands on your belly again. And if you want, you can extend your legs along the mat, relaxing into your feet, let the toes flop. So let's just move around. No trapped skin underneath us. The head slightly tucked, or chin slightly tucked, or back of leg is long. And just start to calm the breath down. Flow slowly. We're going to scan through the body with the breath. So let's inhale from the crown of the head. Draw the air down into your belly. And exhale out of soles of feet. Inhale again from the crown of your head, drawing the air down and into your belly, and exhale out of your feet. And a last one. Inhale from the head all the way down into your belly, and exhale out of your feet. And now just start to relax your body. Allow your feet to be heavy. Relax. Your legs are relaxed. The hips and the buttocks are relaxed. Sinking a little deeper into your mat. Relaxing up and down your spine. Shoulder blades move away from each other. Feel the tension release from your belly and your chest, and the breath flows smoothly. Allow your shoulders to relax and melt down. Your arms relax. Your hands are relaxed. Back of your neck is relaxed. And your throat is relaxed. Relax your jaw. Gently part your teeth and relax your mouth. Your lips are lightly touching. Easing the tension from your cheeks and around your eyes. Allowing eyes to rest lightly in their sockets. Relax your forehead. Let the eyebrows move away from each other and smooth between the eyebrows. Relax the back of your head. And let your mind be still. For a few moments, just let go. Very slowly now, start to deepen your breath. Just let your belly rise and fall. Feeling your chest expand and contract. Just checking through again how you're feeling. And then when you're ready to move, slowly wiggle toes and move your fingers. Rubbing the tip of your thumb over the tips of your fingers. Gently waking your muscles. ready, slowly start to move your arms overhead, reaching into fingertips and toes on your inhale to stretch your body. Exhale to sigh, let it out. Another stretch on the inhale. Exhale and sigh. Gently hug knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. When you're ready, slowly roll over onto your right hand side. Rest head onto arm. Take your time and slowly blink into your eyes. Adjust your eyesight to light. And when you're ready, let's lift up and sit in any position that you're comfortable with. Let's roll the shoulders back and down, the spines are long. Extend your arms out to the side and slowly on your inhale, reach your arms up, connecting your palms. And as you exhale, slowly lower your hands all the way to your heart. Gently tip chin to chest, acknowledging the beautiful light within you. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Thank you guys. I hope it goes well with you all. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.